In 2026, and you're just thinking about just posting some random videos just to get views, just to get clicks, just to get likes, subscribers, you're already lost. I understand that thought process. Of course, who doesn't like numbers? We're humans. We naturally are attracted to numbers, to high numbers. But you need to understand that's influencer thinking. In 2026, you can't be thinking like an influencer. If you actually want to make bread, bro, I'm talking about bread. Being an influencer is not going to get you paid, bro. Getting views, getting likes, getting subscribers, you might feel good. But it's not what is going to actually move the needle. If you want to post some dumb shit, go ahead. That's up to you. But I'm saying if you actually want to build something, a business, you can't just be posting just random shit. That's influencer thinking. If you want to try to be an influencer, go ahead. But it's not gonna pay the bills. YouTube is not just content anymore. It's a system if you know how to play with it. It's a business. It actually works like real estate. Right now, you see me posting right now, videos. I'm very active right now because I understand it's just my investment. I'm gonna get a lot from it. Matter of time, especially right now in this day and age. Right now, it's not going to be the same 5 years from now when it comes to building a brand. There's a lot of online coaches that teach you brand scaling. They want to sell you all these courses. I understand. They're hustling, right? That's their business. I understand. But it's not going to be the same in the next 5 years. And I'm going to tell you why. There's a lot of people right now that are starting to wake up. They're starting to realize that the online world is not just to get views, just to get likes, just to get subscribers, just to get followers. It's not like that anymore. People are starting to wake up and they're starting to realize that people can actually make good bread from it. But the difference is between me and the other online coaches is that I'm not selling you anything. Hold up, I'm not selling you anything. I'm just giving you an example just so you have more context of why you should start a YouTube channel and how to start it. A lot of online coaches, they sell you courses to how to grow a brand, how to grow Instagram, how to grow a TikTok, but no, not a lot of them are teaching you how to actually have a system on YouTube. They're not teaching you how to have a brand on YouTube. They're supposed to be social media experts. But I don't understand how is that they portray themselves as social media experts when they don't even understand or have a YouTube channel. See where I'm trying to go? So why, if you're trying to make it online, if you want to have your online brand, doesn't it make sense to just go on YouTube? Since it's the most powerful platform, it's the second biggest search engine in the whole world. So it doesn't make sense for you to start a YouTube channel. I don't know, you tell me. And you need to understand that YouTube is not just another platform just to make videos. If you don't understand that, you're going to be talking to yourself. You're just gonna be some random guy talking to the camera. You need to understand that if you want to start YouTube, you need to have something tangible. And YouTube doesn't reward effort, it rewards structure. Back then, you could have just post something with no intention, and you could have actually start getting views. That's how it was back then. You just will start posting some dumb shit, start getting views, start becoming famous, and then you'll start a partnership with some company. That's how you would make some money on YouTube. But now the world has changed. It's not about getting views, getting likes. It's actually about having a structure. You could have just post anything. You need intention. You need a whole structure to follow. Every video needs a hook. It needs retention. You need to learn how to get clips and how to do the appropriate distribution. And you're not just posting videos. You're creating a whole system, a whole ecosystem. And if you don't have system, if you don't understand how to create the system, how to do appropriate distribution, you're going to be invisible. As much as you try to grow on YouTube, as much as you post, if you don't understand distribution, you're going to be invisible and there's not going to be growth of any kind. If you have a YouTube and you're not able to create clips from there, it's useless. You have no distribution. You could even be somebody with thousands of followers and you don't have proper distribution. Maybe you may even have 200,000 followers, But if you don't have proper distribution, it's useless. If you don't understand how to do a proper distribution across multiple platforms, it's useless. If you have 2,000 followers on Instagram, and then you just out of the blue, out of nowhere, you just decide, you know what? I'm gonna start a YouTube channel. So I can direct my followers from there to my YouTube channel. But what are you building there? What is that you actually building there? What is that you actually building there? If you're an online coach, you need to understand if you want to open a YouTube channel, it can't just be another social media. You have to be full in. Why would these people would take the burden to try to go into your channel? They're not even going to watch it like that. Wouldn't make more sense for you to put more energy into YouTube and then do a proper distribution and share it across platforms? You're doing it backwards. You want to start a YouTube channel, but you have an audience on Instagram. Why would your followers from Instagram would take the burden to just go into your YouTube? They already know what you're doing. They already know what is that you do. So why would these people that can barely focus on one task, on one video, who can barely focus for 10 seconds, who go to your YouTube? Wouldn't it make more sense to do some cool videos on YouTube and do a proper distribution across your platforms instead of doing it backwards? The people from your Instagram already know what is that you do. Would it make more sense to build something stronger on YouTube so you can repurpose all this content, so you can make 10, 5 clips, 5 to 10 sick clips to do a proper distribution across platforms? Would it make more sense? No, this is too much sauce. I have to. So I'm giving a lot of sauce here, so I'm gonna have to cut it for sure. Look, bro, at the beginning, gonna hurt, bro. It's gonna hurt. Nobody cares about you. I'm gonna be completely honest. Nobody cares about you. YouTube first has to see that you're active. YouTube first has to see that you can be active, that you're disciplined, that you can show up every day. YouTube loves consistency. And if you're not consistent, if you're posting one video every month, you're not actually putting the effort, YouTube hates that shit. Why would they push your content if you're not active in the platform? Why would they push your content? People start getting 10 views, 20 views, 50 views. People will quit because they see that it doesn't work out. But you need to understand, YouTube loves consistency. So if you just stop, if you're not taking it serious, why would they push their channel? And that's where most people quit, because they're not motivated. They're not committed. It's the same. It's a business. YouTube is a business. If you're starting a YouTube, trust me, it's gonna be way easier to start a YouTube if you have a skill or you're an expert at something. Maybe you're a singer, maybe you're an artist, maybe you're expert at something. You know something that somebody doesn't. You're easily an expert. People will watch that. Maybe you about construction, maybe you know about how to edit videos, maybe you know how to sing, maybe you know how to dance. That's value that somebody will watch. Just like right now, you're watching this from YouTube, maybe on Instagram, maybe on TikTok. But you're watching this because I'm educating you on something. I'm educating you on how YouTube works. You're searching this or you're watching this because you're interested on how to start a YouTube channel. That's the reason you're watching this. That is the same reason. If you know something, if you're an expert on something, that's the reason why people's gonna watch you. And what's best if you're consistent. If you show YouTube that you can offer value, you can make people stay on, and that's when the system starts. You're posting value, you're bringing value to the people. Maybe you have a service, maybe you want to teach people how to do certain things, to dance, to have certain diets, how to exercise, how to create a plan to exercise, a meal plan, how to eat. You can do so many things. You could sell products, you could sell services to people that need it. And what's best to be able to show your talent, to show what is that you got to people that needs it, and why wouldn't they buy from you? You're the expert. And let me tell you something, you don't need to be perfect, you don't need the best camera, you don't need the best microphone, you need to be consistent. How you're going to find out what is that you should be improving on? First, get into the habit of recording videos, and as you go, start improving. You need clarity on what is that you're going to be doing, and you need to be able to do something so you can repeat and repeat and repeat. You need clarity. You need to know what is that you're going to be offering to people. Be able to see what is that you're going to be doing and constantly do it. You just need clarity, repetition, and execution. And this game isn't about talent. This game is not about talent. It's about consistency with direction. And I discovered this philosophy with anything that you're building. Everything needs a direction. It's a business. That's why people make this huge mistake thinking that YouTube is just for views. It's just for subscribers, just to likes. It's just to get validation. That's some influencer thinking, bro. Influencers don't get paid, bro. Let me be straight up with you. Influencers don't get paid for those views. A couple views, a couple likes, they validate you. Well, trust me, most of these influencers are broke as fuck. If anything, brands are exploding them because they're getting the traffic to the people that's actually making bread, the people that's actually understands the system. And let me tell you, when you open a YouTube channel, because I know that thought process, you think you're going to fail, you're going to fail. No, bro. No, brother, you're not going to fail on YouTube. There's no way you can fail on YouTube as long as you have a direction. If you just want to post, just to get some clicks, just to get some views, you're probably going to fail. You're probably going to think that you're going to fail. Well, now let's say you have a system. Now let's say you have a business, something that you want to sell, some type of value that you can give to some people. And now you have a structure. If you have a proper structure, you're not going to fail. It's impossible to you to fail if you have a structure. You're not failing, you're just lost. You want to grow, but you don't know who you're selling to. You don't know who you're talking to and why you're posting. You need to understand this. You need to understand what is the reason that you're posting? Who is that you're talking to? And why are you posting? And just content with no direction is just noise. It's just noise. It's like people that make excuses to go to the gym. They waiting to have the perfect diet. They're waiting to have the perfect gym. And they start making all these fucking excuses. And instead of just taking action, it just becomes noise. And then they end up trying all these things. You hope that somebody happens. And it doesn't work like that. You need direction. If you don't have a direction, everything around you is just noise. In YouTube in 2026, it's not about views anymore. It's about getting money. It's about knowing how to position yourself. You know who said this? It's from a really nice book. You probably know which book I'm talking about. You have to command attention at all costs. This is the game. The person that has the most attention has the most authority. The person that has the most authority gets the most money. That's the game. You could have 2,000 followers, 200,000 followers. If you're not understand how attention can't make you money, you're not better than the person that has 500 followers and it's able to turn and understand attention that is going to make money. If you don't understand how to monetize attention, guess what? Attention is the biggest currency in 2026 in this day and age. Whoever has the most attention is going to win. I don't care if you have 200,000 followers on Instagram. I don't care if you have 100,000 followers on TikTok. If you're only one platform, and I'm in three at the same time, and I'm managing to have almost the same amount of views, I'm better than you. I'm sorry to tell you, but I'm better than you. We're getting the same visibility. You may have more followers. We are getting the same eyeballs. So, are you really that different? You've been in this game longer than me. So, are you really better than me? And I'm not, and this is not ego. It's not ego. I'm not trying to say I'm better than him. No, it's not about that. It's not about that. It's not like that. I'm just saying, I'm just like, numbers don't lie. Numbers don't lie. I'm just talking about numbers. If you're starting a YouTube channel in 2026, don't start just by posting videos. Start by understanding the game, that the game has changed, that you need to stop thinking like an influencer just to get likes. You need to understand the game, that in 2026, it's about who gets attention and is able to monetize it. Because YouTube is not luck. It's a whole system that you're building, that you're understanding, so you can manage and get more eyeballs into your brand. And if you play it right, if you understand it right, it can change your life. And if you actually want to understand YouTube and you actually want to understand how the biggest platform works and how you can manage to get the most out of YouTube, even getting more views than a lot of people that have hundreds of thousands of followers, getting more views than these people, and start making money right now. I'm not selling you anything yet. If you're not a business owner and maybe you want to learn how to do all of this, I might do something in the future, but not now. Right now, we're only taking a couple clients because we are full and we can't handle them all of at the same time. We only have a couple hands. But in the future, something interesting might come. So stay tuned, subscribe, get a little like. If you guys have any question, I'll manage to respond to every single one of them to my best of my capability. You can ask whatever you want. I'll respond. Make sure to give you value, just to make sure I give you value and so you can get something you can stay with. All right. So to the next one.